Hello, gorgeous human being. Michael Edwards coming to you live. I'm so excited to have a conversation with you today about leadership and how we often suppress the most powerful parts of ourselves and what we can do about it. And I'm really excited because I have an incredible program coming up called Dare to Lead, The Art of Being Self-Made, which is coming up on Tuesday. And so I'm so excited to talk to you about this. And we have sound today, which I'm very excited about. So that is confirmed. And if you are here watching with me live, say hello and let me know. And if you're watching the replay, drop hashtag replay down below. So, this has been such an interesting journey for me. And as I've gone about creating this program and really mapping it out and everything that's going to be a part of it, first of all, it is spectacular. It's not like anything that I've ever done before. It is this incredible mix of identity work and energy work, this incredible mix of identity work and energy work, which is some of the most powerful work of anything that I've ever done. And I've really been looking at how we have this model of leadership that I find a lot of the times is very masculine, is very controlling, is very domineering, and within that is a lot of our power. And what I see a lot in my clients, I've experienced this myself, is there's kind of this switch, if you will, between this version of us that's like soft and go with the flow and loving and really agreeable, and then this other version of us is really powerful and strong and assertive that maybe shows up in what's not always the healthiest way. And a lot of us through our life experience have received conditioning around this. So maybe when we were young, we were really strong headed and we got kind of beat down. Maybe when we had jobs in our early 20s, we just we're taught like you can't be like that. You've got to follow the rules, you've got to listen. And so what a lot of us have done, because we have this incredible drive to belong and to fit in, is we've suppressed this part of ourself that's unique, that's powerful, and that's bold. But those are the very parts of yourself you need to be online if you're truly going to be a leader, if you're going to be the self-made CEO of a company that you're going to take incredible places. You need that. And I think I've talked about this before, but we can't be in this energy, which is a lot of the times what gets activated when we're in this more pacifist part of ourselves. We can't be in this energy of looking to someone else to tell us what to do or tell us who to be or to tell us how to speak or ultimately to tell us where to go. It's got to come from us. We have to be the leader in our business and in our life. And there's this part that we have suppressed so deeply because of all of the stuff that's come before. And what I find a lot of the times is we kind of go in and out of this, like I said, flipping the switch. And when we're not in this, and what I find is too, is that the gifted part of us tends to be over here in the softer energy. So the part of us that actually is the skill, that does the service, tends to be in this softer, more flowing energy, this kind of more feminine flow, you can think of it as. But we need this other part. We need the boss. We need the CEO. We need this is strong and powerful. And because in our environment, we're given a lot of models that are not, um, I'll say, see there, it's kind of low frequency leadership. It's very this like domineering power. It's my way or the highway. It like makes things feel like they're almost a battle. We a lot of the times have a really difficult time tuning into this leader part of ourselves and really letting those two sides of ourselves, those two parts, be what we lead from and be what we build our businesses and be what we build our companies from. And I know this was a huge journey for me. I feel like when this started to come online and I started to tap into this part of myself, it came with a lot of shame. It came with a lot of blame. It was parts of myself that, I can really see in my family, this part of me that was very assertive, very like, this is the way, like, I know what to do. When you're young, that's not what you want. Your parents just want you to listen to them. And so I feel like that had been beat down a bit. And a lot of times without realizing it, shame gets leveraged against us, right? And we'll internalize that. So there was shame as I was bringing this part of myself online. It felt egotistical. It felt arrogant. It felt bad. And so I would kind of start to bring it online, and then there'd be things that would come up, and I'd go, oh, and back into hiding. And then that's flipping the switch, right? I'm starting to step into more power, and then, oh, this is uncomfortable, and someone made a comment, and I remember all the shame that comes with that comment, so let me just hide that part down, down, down. And what happens when we live in this cycle is we never get to fully expand and integrate that part of ourselves, because parts that we suppress miss the growth and the life experience that we've had. So if there's a part of yourself that you don't regularly access, it tends to have the qualities of the younger you. And so if this assertive you keeps kind of getting pushed away, then it will have childlike qualities. And we see this sometimes, we see with bosses and leaders who maybe have, childlike emotional intelligence. I certainly, I reflected on leadership, all the kinds of leadership that I've experienced in my life, extraordinary leadership from people who were in such a level of truth, embodiment, and integrity, and terrible leadership that I had at some of the companies that I worked at when I was younger, when, people, it was just a mess. I didn't know because I was younger, and I just didn't really get leadership to the degree that I do now. But I look back and I'm like, that was atrocious. Bosses that used to just come in and yell and swear and reprimand. And if something went wrong, they blamed things that were really their responsibility. They would just blame and shame all the employees. And that was kind of normal to me at the time. And so that is not the kind of leadership that we're talking about here. But it can feel like that energy is coming up in us when it's unfamiliar. And so what we really want to do is to be able to integrate that powerful boss energy, that CEO energy, with our highest self, with love and power together, with our most expanded self. And so we can lead from this incredible place of integrity, this incredible place of power and conviction and love. And so there's no switch, because there's no separation between the gifted, the loving, the soft, the flowing part of ourselves, and the powerful, strong, leading, cutting edge part of ourselves. We are just in such a level of flow and embodiment. And so I just realized my camera's about to die, so it might go off in a second. And so we this program is really about finding these two parts. We're literally going to be mapping them out with parts work, and then merging them, and reclaiming this part of yourself, because we want to find that leader, and we want to bring them into the light. We want to have that leader be a part that's walking with us, that's not something that we take over, or that we're afraid of, or something that shuts down the love or shuts down the gift. We want to bring it into the whole, all of us active online and integrated in the whole, is what makes us powerful. And you are so powerful. There is so much undiscovered power within you. And I know when I started bringing this online myself, it completely started changing my experience. It's so much so I knew this was a part of myself that I had to rediscover, but I didn't actually know how much power I was really going to tap into when this happened. And it's something that I feel so strongly now when I'm making decisions, when I'm leading. There was this part of me that used to avoid difficult conversations. There was this part of me that used to like kind of tiptoe around things. And becoming this version who leads my company, who executes on my vision, and who faces thing head on, it's changed the experience that I have of myself in such an incredible way. And and I'll tell you something that I did not realize was gonna come with this is also the level of client has changed because of this. And I think sometimes when we're in a loop, or when we're in experience and we think, we've got the skill, we've done the branding, the marketing, we're saying the right things, whatever to attract the client, but I want this other client. Why don't they come? I think a lot of it is this. People can feel your power. People can feel when you're in this depth of integrity, this depth of leadership. And it's attractive to that person because it's on a frequency. And when you step into this level of leadership and authentic power, it puts you on a different frequency. And I know for myself, it's made me a match for very expansive clients, which has been such a beautiful gift, because not only do I get to serve them, but I get to experience a more expanded version of myself in that interaction, which is incredible. So in this program, we're going to be working on this, and I've really mapped out the dynamics of how this came about. I'm so freaking proud of this program. It's not like anything I've ever seen. It's not like anything I've ever experienced. We're going to be working with a bunch of different frameworks and tools so that you're going to be able to literally map out these parts of yourself, recognize when you're in one, when you're in the other, reclaim the leader in you, reclaim the power in you, and bring it into the light, and find your, yeah, your sovereign 5D, like, I don't even know what the word is. It's the leader that's like strong and kind, that's loving and powerful, that is so in integrity, but doesn't need to push or force in any way. And so yeah, it's going to be absolutely fabulous. I'm just getting the notification my camera is going to die, so I'm going to wrap it up here. But that is Dare to Lead, which is starting on Tuesday. It's $1,042 is the investment. There are um, teaching modules where you're going to learn these frameworks that I'm going to be breaking down. There are group coaching calls. We're going to be asking, you can ask questions. I'm going to hot seat with you, and I'll really help you find your blind spots and things that have been holding you back unconsciously, energetically, dig them out and recode them on the spot. And then we're also going to have 3 Telegram days. You're going to be able to drop in with your questions, with things that are coming up. You're going to get my feedback, my coaching, and you're going to also hear everybody else's as well. So there's going to be a lot of wisdom, a lot of magic. There are so many incredible people in this container. There's, I think, 4 or maybe 3 spots left. I actually didn't double check when I came on. You can see I'm a tiny bit disorganized tonight because we just had a lunar meditation before this. But yeah, there's a couple spots left, and we start on Tuesday. So it's gonna be an incredible program. You will have lifetime access to the replays, and if you just feel that like there's a new level of power available to you, or maybe you feel like you've been doing all the things but there's just something that's missing, this will crack you into the next level of identity, of embodiment, of leadership, of power, of integrity. It is going to be incredible. And the investment again is $1,042. We start on Tuesday, December 3rd. It is an incredible group. I can't remember if it's 3 or 4 spots left, but there's a couple of spots left. And so if this calls to you, if you've been on the fence, this is your invitation to meet me on the inside. I'm just going to check comments really quickly while I still have a camera. Oh no, someone says no signal, but I think that there was sound earlier. So hopefully it's fine. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Michael Edwards. I'm sending you so much love. Bye for now. And if you are looking for the link, just send me a message and I will send you all the info. And if you have any questions too, you can always DM me or send me a voice note. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have. Sending you lots of love. And